so great. When I walk, the whole earth shakes. I'm like, the dopest motherfucker alive.
You know what, Dan? Thank you, appreciate it. I said to myself, let me unmute this because I had muted it before the show started. So let me unmute it because I'm going to forget to unmute this when the show starts. And that's exactly what happened. So welcome, folks, to Next Best Please. I am your host, your boy Blunt. You could have been anywhere in the world. Chose to be here. Appreciate it. Dan, appreciate you. Appreciate it. I stupidly left the mic off. So I want to start off with the Gleason debate, right, between Lucian and Jelani. What's good, Ron? Right. As of right now, it's still up in the air. Both of them were contacted through the grapevine, but they both agreed to do the debate, which some people are surprised. I don't see why not, but they both agreed to do the debate. The only thing is, I text both of them to confirm, and Lucian hit me back and is definitely with it. Says he's willing to do the debate, and so it was just waiting on Jelani. Jelani's supposed to be on vacation. I don't know if he's going to come back in time for the debate or not, but that's the only thing we're waiting for. Is if Jelani come back or is willing to. I don't know if he'll be willing to do it on vacation. I wouldn't, but something important like this, maybe take an hour, but whatever. It's not me. If Jelani comes back in time to do the debate before the vote is cast, which is coming up on the 10th, then whatever time those two can get together, I just go live. It doesn't have to be Monday like today. I just go live and we'll just have a one of those pop up debates. But just keep your eyes open. You never know. You just never know. What up, Debrel? So right now, I don't know. I don't know. But they both agree it's just the logistics sometimes, and I don't blame them. Logistics sometimes will stop that from happening. But nobody's ducking nobody, and I would love to host a debate. I've been preparing to be a host for a debate for a while now, and it will be pretty cool, and I think it'll be worth you guys watching, right? You want to make an informed decision when these elections come around. So why not just have a debate between two people? I know they're both liked on both sides, so I understand that some people feel like Jelani should be a shoe-in, but there's people on Lucia's side who say he'd be great for the job, and that's what it's all about. It's all about who's going to be the best for the job, and the only way you're going to really find out that is to put them head to head to each other. So let me get my sip of my coffee. Salud. Went down the wrong throat. Pause. My bad. I'm choking on the air, y'all. Call an ambulance. Yeah, nah, but yeah. So Nobody's ducking nobody. Not that anybody said that. They both agreed to the debate. It's just that we just got to see if Jelani makes it back on time. We don't want him to interrupt his vacation for this, but you know, election time is coming up. It's on the 10th, y'all. Oh, hold on. You know what? Matter of fact, don't be laughing at my demise, man. Do I have? Yeah, here we go. Let's put this up. Let's take this down. Just so in case you guys haven't seen it, there you go. Gleason Depot. Make sure you cast your vote. No excuses. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Your shift falls on one of those, and if you're off, come in. Take a quick drive. Come in. Cast your vote. Go back home. Make a day about it. Go to the movies or something afterwards. Celebrate, right? But I want to hear more than 4 votes or something like. What was the last one with when they tried to oust Rob? It was like 4 votes or something. Nobody voted. Like, what the hell? I want to hear. This is at the depot, so it's not like you're going out your way unless you're off. Then but still, you need to cast your vote. I want to hear something like at least a minimum of 600 votes or something like that. It's like what 800 plus at Gleason by itself. So 600 is a good number. That means everybody got a say. I want to hear something like 50 people voted. That sucks. We got to get everybody involved in this stuff. This stuff is important, and you want somebody in, right? That's going to do the job well. So yeah, let's get this votes in. If Jelani comes back and has the time to sit for the debate, Lucian is ready, we will go live. I will post it up telling you I'm going live. I don't know how soon. I try to do it as soon as possible. The minute I find out it's going to go down, I will post it up so you guys will be able to see it. I don't have access to the page, so it would just be here and on my regular personal page so you guys can see it. But if you subscribe to the channel, you won't miss it, right? Because it's going to be a pop-up thing. It's not going to be playing or I got promo and stuff. It's coming down to the wire. So let's fingers crossed, y'all. If you guys have direct contact with Jelani, hey man, give him a nudge, bro. You know what I mean? Get some influence on him. Get him to come on. Like again, he's not ducking. He's just on vacation. You know what I mean? So that'll be that. But yeah. Oh, matter of fact, while we're here, right? Hold on, because something came up today that I was just made aware of just by scrolling, and I verified this before I actually put it up today, and that is that your union, what up, Mark, is having a rally. Not quite sure the significance of the panther, but whatever. I guess he's killing the rat. May 1st, it's going to be at 2 Broadway, 5 p.m. May 1st, 2 Broadway. They calling it May Day. Okay, whoever did that. But yeah, May 1st, they're having a rally to have a fair contract. So, speaking of fair contracts, everybody who's watching, besides pay, what does a fair contract look to you? Just put it in the comments because I would like to see where everybody's at. Again, we know number one's going to be a pay raise. We know that. We know that off the back. Off the rip, everybody wants a raise. Fine. We got it. You don't have to put that down. We know what's there. But what's after your raise? What's the next couple of things that you would like to see on this new contract? Because Transit has their list already. You know what I mean? They know what they want. And it's to be as efficient as possible to cut where they can cut and still either maintain the status quo or do better. But they want to cut. They want to save as much money as they can to help their bottom line, and that's cutting things. So, as an active employee, what is it that you would like to um, have in your contract? Because, and not just that, do we have, do you guys have enough support to make this rally worth it? To make New York hear you? Do you have enough support? Will it be? Do you think there will be enough people to block the streets to wake these people up out their offices, even though they're going home at that time? It's kind of a late rally, 5 p.m. People already going home, so I don't know. Is that? Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, five times three, all fives on a contract. Mm, all fives on the contract. Okay, that's one. I did just say besides pay though. See how people don't listen? It's all good. All fives on the contract. But what else? Yeah, I don't know. 5 p.m. to me, I mean, it'll be good to block the streets as people going home and stuff like that. You interrupt, and that's the purpose of these rallies, to interrupt people's lifestyle to bring more attention to the problem. But 5 p.m. you're going down to 2 Broadway. Most of them, especially if they know now on May 1st that there's gonna be a rally, they're gonna leave. They're gonna leave. Probably 3 o'clock. They gone. And I think their bosses will make the exception to let them go. Because their bosses are going to be gone. They ain't trying to stay there for no rally. They want to go home. They don't want to hear all that, right? So it kind of brings me to question how serious. Don't get me wrong. I know it's serious. I know it's serious. Otherwise, they won't be holding a rally. I know. But it brings me to question how serious this is, because 5 p.m., everybody's going home. Nobody's, and again, these offices, they don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like they have to stay. Yeah, they're gonna be home. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Especially if they know it's gonna be on that day, right? They gone. 3 o'clock Monday. Goodbye. You know what I mean? Like, yo, rallies today. Make sure you have your cubicles packed and ready to go. Yeah, procedural power. Yeah, I mean, again, I hope a lot of people show up. I know I do a lot of union bashing here, but only because they do shit stupidly at certain times. But I'm all for the union, and I want them to succeed. So I want people to go to. I always listen. You know what I mean. I always talk about go to Arbor Day, support the union, whatever. But when they do stupid shit, you got to call them out. 5 p.m. is a dumb move. It's a dumb move, but it's a move, right? Better than nothing. A rally at 5 p.m. is better than no rally at all. Just go and make it the best rally you can make it, right? Show up, bring noisemakers, make your signs, scream, get a bullhorn. Matter of fact, I gotta get my bullhorn back. I got a bullhorn. I gotta get my bullhorn back. But bring a bullhorn, make noise. You know what I mean? Disrupt the streets. Make noise for what you want. So some of y'all is pay raise, all fives. Some of y'all is medical, Medicare Advantage out the window. For some of y'all, it's safety. It should be safety like the number one priority. We got a couple of topics today that kind of intertwines with safety. One is an operator, and the other one has to do with passengers. Although transit don't care too much about either. They probably care more about passengers than they do about their own goddamn employees. But hey, it is what it is. You heard it here first. But yeah, I mean, May 1st, Mark it on your calendars. If you're off, go. If you work early, if you can make it, go. Your day off, go. If you work that time and you could put in to do a swap or get a paid day off, make the sacrifice for that one day. But be part of the rally. Show up. Let them see that the union is still strong, because that's what you need to show, that this union is still strong. There hasn't been a showing of how strong this union is in a while. I think the last big event where TWU flexed his muscles was when I was working there, and that was years ago. And we shut Manhattan down, but I haven't seen that since, and I would love to see it. I would love to see that happen. So May 1st, y'all, mark it on your calendars. If you can go, please go. And videotape it for me. May 1st. What day is that? Let me check. Hold on. Because, you know what? April, May. Oh, see? 5 p.m. though. Maybe I could probably, I don't know. I'll see. I'll try to make it. Listen, if 10 of y'all, because it's 8 watching right now on, at least on YouTube, right? If 10 of y'all, and you can hold me accountable, texting that you're going to be here on May 1st at 2 Broadway, I'll go. I usually just waking up at 5 p.m. because I have dialysis that day on those days. But if 10 of y'all tell me I'm going to be there, then I'll meet y'all there. I'll be there. 2 Broadway. I'll be there. All right? So you can run this back and let me know. The only other reason I won't be there is if something a little bit more important comes up. You know what I mean? As far as family-wise or something emergency. Otherwise, if 10 of y'all say y'all going to be there, I'm going to be there. I'll be there. You know what I mean? I still got a couple of my TWU shirts there. I throw my TWU shirt and I'll roll with my scooter with y'all. And we'll go and make noise and all that. You know what I mean? It'll be important, but we'll make it fun, right? We'll make it fun. We'll make it happen. So, guys, this is the time to shine, right? Yeah, so listen, crazy shit, right? You know, transit, this is, it's hitting the papers now, right? But this has been, what am I doing here? Okay, this has been an issue in transit for the longest time, right? And what I'm talking about is these bed bugs. I'm switching over to bed bugs. Yes, ladies, your favorite little insect, bed bugs. This has been an issue in transit for a long time, and I'm gonna give you a story, but let us cover the article, because it was an article that just came out recently about it. And I'm like, oh man, they still talking about this, and it's like, this is actually, I believe, a good thing, right? Because it's going to protect both the employees and the riding public, which is a rarity in this case, right? When it comes to transit, right? And that's that these bed bugs bullshit. So there's a bill. This is the article. Excuse me, but I hate that they put all these goddamn ads on the paper. So yes, the New York State bill would force MTA to tell riders about bed bug infestations. I don't understand why they. I guess letting the employees know is how you say alluded to in there. But okay, so here it is. The itching truth. They're itching for the truth. Excuse me, reading is fundamental, right? New York state lawmakers are pushing a bill that would force the MTA to tell riders about bedbug infestations on trains and buses within 24 hours. Now, we know we had situations on buses where bed bugs were in the rider's seat, the driver's seat, right? And that's not a pretty subject because that shit gets in your clothes, it gets in your bag, and now you got to bring that shit. And then you bring that shit home, you got to throw all that shit out, right? It says the bill sponsored by Assemblymember William Colton, Democrat from Brooklyn, would set rules to require the MTA to either post a message on its website or send an alert via email or text about any infestation. How about drafting a commercial, right? Pre-drafted commercial, and without dating it, you could put the date in later as a text, right? And you blast it out there when you have one, right? But anyway, I digress. Look at this nice bus, beautiful, clean train. Hey, a couple of somebody left the paper snot rag on the floor. The MTA, for no good reason, has been resistant about alerting its customers when an infestation has been detected, Coulter said in a statement. Millions of New Yorkers use our critically important trains and buses regularly, Coulter added. They should not have to add, will I bring home bedbugs, to their list of concerns as they go about their daily lives. How about the employees, right? They got to work there. They're the first ones in contact with these trains and buses before anybody enters them. So now they got bed bugs, right? They ain't worried about that though. Motherfuckers, man. Anyway, a previous version of the bill passed the assembly but died in the state senate, according to representatives. The latest legislation made it through the assembly last month and is now in the hands of Senate Transportation Committee. So here you go, lady. Isn't that pretty? You want a pet? So while the apple seed size insect aren't believed to cause disease, bed bugs feed off of human blood and can cause red, itchy welts, according to the Mayo Clinic. The last reported MTA infestation happened in 2018. Look at my face, y'all. When the Transit Authority had to take a half a dozen buses out of service in Manhattan. Now, this is important, especially for the riding public, because sometimes y'all don't understand about the bullshit that happens that keeps the buses from being on time. And this is one of them. They had to pull 10 buses out of Manhattan. That means, buses are late. It doesn't necessarily mean it, but, it could add to the fact that buses are late and not on time and stuff like that. It's things like that, little things like that can hurt the schedule. This is though a passenger reportedly found the bugs crawling on the seat, an MTA, here we go, an MTA investigation found no such critter. Yeah. In 2020, a Queens control tower was evacuated and fumigated after workers discovered bed bugs causing rush hour subway delay. I just was just saying that, right? It says little things like this can have a big impact. So the city health department's latest bed bug figures are from 2014. 2014, you got to be shitting me. When approximately 327,000 cases of bed bugs were reported citywide, including 125,000 cases in Brooklyn. This is extremely important for residents of New York City and nearby suburbs who worry for good reason because bedbugs are difficult to eradicate. Once they have taken hold about encountering bedbugs when they use public transportation, Carlton said. I think that's it. So these goddamn bedbugs, yo, you don't want them on your transportation, and workers don't want to deal with this. And I'm saying that they just putting this out and look at the number. They talking about 2018, 2017. There's got to be more updated numbers than that, right? That's probably the worst of the bedbug infestation because they probably have newer ways of handling them to eradicate them, but they're still around. Um, Now, back when I was in transit, when my ex was a supervisor, she used to call um, about bed bugs almost every other week. There was a booth that had an infestation, and she would call. Matter of fact, hold on. Um, she would she would have to call that famous dog. Yeah, I know who it is. Transit would use him because he was on commercials a lot, but she used to call up the guy who owned Roscoe, and they would come and he would sniff the booths for bed bugs, and if they found it, they eradicated the bed bugs. They closed it down. They did what they did, but she basically had the guy's number on speed dial. That's how much they used to have bed bugs back then down in the subways. That's not counting the buses, but you know, because she was supervision the subways. So I would hear about the stories of these bed bugs down in the booths. And I'm like, this is crazy. So it used to make her itchy, come home. I call her Batman because she would run upstairs and that uniform was gone in like 2 seconds. But yeah, this is nothing new. Big Roscoe. Y'all remember Roscoe? Roscoe was the bed bug dog. He had a big huge commercial going on there. Big Roscoe. So yeah, these bed bugs. Oh, let me remove this from the screen. We don't need you no more. Appreciate you. These bed bugs are out of control. So from what I heard, and I don't know, maybe uh, I believe it's to be true because I believe alcohol, but not the regular alcohol. It has to be like over 80%. Like they have like 99% alcohol or something like that. That might kill it. Let me just double check because I remember hearing that that's what you can kill them with that. You would spray the fabrics and the bed bugs would die. But let me just double check this alcohol. Oh, that's not how you spell alcohol. Kill bed bugs. Right. Just double checking. Yeah, see. Alcohol kills bed bugs. It doesn't even say nothing. It just says alcohol does kill it. Yeah, it dries them out. So keep some alcohol on you. I would go with the highest percentage wise just to be on the safe side. Because I was told before that, like 88%, anything over 70%, the regular stuff that you get, I heard that doesn't do anything, but this says it does. But I would get like the 90% or whatever. Anything over the regular percentage should be fine. Mix it with essential oils and it strengthens it. Uh, but you want to dry it out. They say that's why the alcohol kills. What up, Anthony? They say that's why the alcohol kills it because it dries it out. So hey, just get the alcohol. I mean, you can do that. Put some essential oils. I guess if you want your bus to smell good, right? Throw some essential oils in there. Kill two birds with one stone. You freshen up the seat. You get a nice pleasant ride. You got confident because you don't have bed bugs in your shit, and you smell good, right? Those passengers gonna come on. They're gonna be like, you smell good. This smell good. This bus is nice. No roaches or nothing. Oh yeah, you had a few of them in Gleason. And see, these things they're resilient, right? They had a few bed bug situations at Gleason, and that's scary because think about it, right? If you have bed bugs on the bus and you come to work, you report, you go down, you go get your bus, you go sit in the seat. Now bed bug just jumped on your shoulder. Now he's hitching a ride, right? You go into the locker room. You might have one or two. You might have a couple because you in that seat for a while. So you have a few of them on you or in your bag on your stuff. Now you go to the locker room. You put your bag next to somebody else's. They jump over, hit your ride on that person. And then it keeps going like that till it goes to your house. Now everything in your house is it's a fucking headache. And it's nasty because you're going to get bit. And you think about those little things crawling on you. Ugh. 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 There you go, ladies. Bed bugs for you. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that should be, I used to carry a book bag when I went to work, and I always had like cleaning supplies. But one of them, water, and one of the things I had was alcohol. So I used to spray my seat with alcohol, and I would have hold on, I would have what do you call that, Lysol, because sometimes some people that you relieve, yeah, ain't too fresh. So you would carry. I would carry Lysol to spray, disinfect everything, phones, buttons. You know, the steering wheel, especially the steering wheel, because one day I made a relief and I was driving without no gloves or anything, short sleeve, and you make the push pull, that steering wheel rubs on your arm, and that gave me a rash on both of my arms, and I was like, what the hell? So after that, I tried to not touch the steering wheel. I put gloves on, but I would spray everything down because whoever, I can't even, I don't know if it was the guy I relieved or the guy before him. I don't know who had the bus, but whoever when I got that bus, it was like oil on the steering wheel, and that oil made my skin break out very bad. And I was like, man, I'm about to go to the hospital because I don't know what this is. But when I got to the depot, I washed it off. They got that germicide soap or whatever it is. Not regular soap, that soap that they have. So that pretty much cleaned it off. But I had that rash for a little while, and that's scary because I didn't know what that was. So you don't want bed bugs, right? So carry some alcohol as part of your regimen. Spray that seat down, and like the rail says, Mister uh, um, Transportation Accountability, mix it with essential oils. It says it strengthens it. I say it make it smell better. So you spray your seat, you smell good, bus smells good, people are happy, you happy. Makes your day easier. But let's get to the safety issues. Always a safety issue, right? With transit. When it comes to transit, there's always a safety fucking issue. And I would love to have the safety officer join me on the show. Cause I got questions. I have questions. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that I would like to ask him about. And safety in transit is terrible, especially when it comes to employees. These how many times I'm going to say about the plexiglass? They're terrible. They're not really protecting anything. They give the illusion of protection, but are they really? Do they really? I've seen buses that are fully enclosed. Right? Why are we? Again, I was about to go into a rant, but because I know that would have been disingenuous because I know that they're working on it. But it's like, what are you waiting for? Let's get these people fully enclosed, right, with better material that's going to protect them. I will say bulletproof glass. That's what I would say. Right, I know it's expensive. I know it's expensive. Maybe transit could work out a deal with the union. You know, the union dues can help pay for that. Right, they work out a deal with transit where they do 50-50 or something like that, 70-30, or some kind of contractual obligation to each other. But get them fully enclosed and get these bulletproof glasses in there because the employees are not safe. You already had transit out there talking about the putting buses out with brake pads that are pretty much gone, endangering not just they said the public. I don't. Did they? I could be mistaken that they mentioned the employees, but you got buses out there with brake pads that are pretty much gone, putting both the employee and the riding public in danger. That bus, That 20-ton bus is coming down. Let's say, and what's that in the Bronx? What's that big street in the Bronx? Uh, Something road coming down or coming down Lexington in Manhattan, and that brake pad is gone. It ain't stopping. It's gonna run into something to stop or someone worse. So but putting these employees in danger, it's not good. So I would love to ask him, what is he doing? I mean, look. We had here's a thing of having the riding public in danger for just stupidity, right? And this is again, everybody's on edge now, right now. In this country, everybody is on edge. There's a lot of people who they're just looking for that last straw to break the camel's back, and they're about to snap. And so you got people on the buses snapping. Here's an example of one, right? Look, watch this.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Espérate, que ella tiene un niño. Where's his? Pero vamos a entrar entre todos dominicanos. No hay dominicanos. No, yo voy con la policía ahora. Entre todos, habemos varios dominicanos. Yo creo que me atacan. ¿Sí? Yo creo que me atacan. No, pero que pasó por encima. Yo creo que me atacan. Si le da, muchachos, vamos a comerlo. Si le da, hasta mi padre, vengo. Si le da, vamos a comer. We're getting shit back. Fuck out of here. Come off the bus. Fuck up. Daddy, Daddy, I'm right here. Daddy, don't stop. We get shit back. Daddy, I'm right here. Bro, I ain't touch your body. Fuck, bro. Fuck. Touch me, shit back. Come on, shit back. Yo, come on, shit back. He's broke, but he getting off too.
So yeah, right. Look, that all started for what? A stupid argument. Now, honestly, the guy, I feel like he was just looking for a reason. He didn't have to steal his headphones. He stole his headphones and dared them to go off the bus. I feel like that was just a reason. But the driver, good thing he didn't get involved. I'm glad. He opened the doors like he's supposed to, right? I don't know. You guys gonna have to tell me, because I don't know if you keep the bus in service after that, or do you clear the bus out and wait for the police, fill out an incident report and all that. I'm kind of going towards the latter, but I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I drove a bus, but I would park the bus and everybody's gonna have to get off, right? And then I know it's rush hour. It's a shame, but I don't know. I don't know what the procedure is anymore when it comes to that. I do have the rules. I'm gonna have to look that up, right? Because I got the rules here. I got my rule book. You see that? I still got my rule book. I'm gonna have to look that up because I'm not sure if you stay in service after that, especially when they already fought, right? I don't know. Did anybody get hurt? Probably the person got beat up, but are they gonna press charges? They're probably not even going to hang around to do that. But I think it's just procedure to have it down, because later on down the line, it could come back to haunt you, right? You got to cover CYA. You got to cover your ass, right? So put the bus out of service, let everybody off, give them transfers, call dispatch, let them come fill out an incident report, and then let them put you back in service, right? I believe that would be the proper procedures, but I am. You can't quote me on that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But yeah, I mean, we see how it's just everybody's on edge, man. Everybody's on edge, and that's not a good place to be. So just be careful. Mind your neck. Don't get involved in that stuff, man. Pull over, let the doors open, let them leave. Hit the RTT. I would hit the PRTT because that's more of a priority. Get those police over there quick to handle that situation. Keep yourself far away from that as possible. So yeah, I mean, what else? What else is there? I believe. Hold on. I believe I can fly. I think I covered. Oh, just. I saw this the other day. Now, I'm gonna need you guys to chime in, right? Because I really don't agree with this. I really don't agree with this. I kind of feel like it's a little too much, right? But you guys, let me know what you think about this. And that's what Mayor Mondani signed an executive order. Right, let me read it out with you guys. He signs an executive order. Now, some people hate the man. It's whatever with me. Give him a few. Let's see what he does. But he wrote today. I issued an executive order to suspend ticketing of motorcycles and small e-cars using sidewalks. We must stop treating these small vehicles different than e-bikes and scooters. It'll speed traffic and it restores equal dignity to all similar vehicles. I will rid this city of all forms of discrimination. You guys let me know because I'm not. No. I think it's the wording for me, right? Motorcycles, small e-cars using sidewalks. No. A motorcycle, a scooter. Okay, you got those scooters. That even depends on how many cc's the scooter is. Because certain scooters you don't need a motorcycle license to ride because they just don't go fast enough. Those okay, but then you got people already speeding on these sidewalks, right? They out of control. They have too much power. They have a bike lane. Use the bike lane. Now, if you're on one of those slow scooters that the pizza delivery guy and all that stuff, okay, just be, have a speed limit. There should be a speed limit on the sidewalk. If you're going to let them ride there, then there should be a posted speed limit that they should not exceed because they be wilding out. Now, regular bicycle, fine. A mobility scooter, fine. My scooter actually goes pretty fucking fast, so I have to dial it down. But it could be dangerous. I had my friend was hit by a bicycle. A delivery bike. It was delivering pizza or whatever the hell it was. She was hit by a bicycle. He was flying on the sidewalk. And he lacerated, I believe, her liver or something inside. He fucked up and broke a bone or two. It was like she got hit by a car. That's how bad it was for her. She had to go through surgery and she had to go through rehab. Right? Because of a bicycle. Now you kind of giving them carte blanche to do whatever. A motorcycle, the only reason a motorcycle should be on the sidewalk is parking. That's it. You pull up on the sidewalk because you're about to park it somewhere, right? Other like riding on the sidewalk, no way. Motorcycles are super heavy. Even the lightest motorcycle, 250 or whatever, that's still heavy for most people. But anything above that is almost impossible to pick up. If you're driving a Hayabusa, a Habati, I don't know how you say that. Hayabusa? Them things are huge. You don't want that on the sidewalk. If you're not parking, you shouldn't be on the sidewalk. So you guys gotta let me know. I'm not a fan of this at all. Not at all. I think riders already have way too much power. Um, they already feel like they own the road. You know, I was lucky enough to well, I don't want to say lucky, but when they just started putting up those bike lanes and stuff, I was there driving my bus, and you know how many times I almost killed somebody because they act like they don't, you know, they can't get hurt, you know. And they used to scream at me all the time, "You hit me, I'll sue you." And I'm like, no, in my head, I'm like, no, you won't. Your next of kin, maybe, but you won't be here. But you know, what I don't know. You guys gotta let me know in the comments, man. I don't agree with this. If you're gonna make it so that they can, then you're gonna have to post some kind of speed limit on the sidewalks too, just so that people are safe walking on sidewalks. Are for walking, not riding, not a motorcycle. No, I don't see that. I don't see it. E-cars, an e-car. Do we have e-cars in the city? I would love to see one. I mean, I'm sure he's talking about small, you know, like mobility cars. I seen those, but I never seen them in the city. I could see that because you know it's a disabled person. And you got something that looks like a little car, mini car, just for style. Okay, you can let them on. Even when I use my scooter, like when I go sometimes out and I want to ride, because my scooter goes up to 14 miles per hour. It's pretty fucking fast, and I don't ride that shit like that because I'll be scared to death I'm gonna fall off that bitch. But it can go pretty fast. So when I'm moving in a certain pace, I'm in a bike lane. I stay in a bike lane. But then you know when I slow it down, I'll go on the sidewalk. But I don't ride fast on the sidewalk. But people are not like me, you know. So that's crazy. Yeah. So y'all listen. Let's go back, right, and let us recap. Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, we was talking about safety, right? I knew it was something I knew it was something I want to talk to you guys because I saw this today too, and this we covered the passenger safety. Now this has happened recently, I believe. I'll get you the date in a second, but we have another assault. This is a daily occurrence when it comes to employees, and this is why I would love to have the safety representative to come on the show. Let's talk about these things. Like I would like to know what is he doing to help alleviate some of these processes going on. You know, uh, you have an assault that happened fairly recently, right? Yeah. Hold on, I just wanted to make sure. And it happened. Let's read this right. It's an article I saw on TWU's Facebook page. And so, where is it? I lost it. Why did I lose it? Where did it go? You got to be kidding me. I just clicked on it. Why did it disappear? I don't know. But there's an article here, right? You guys can start reading because I ended up clicking away. Here we go. Let's move you here. So this happened on Saturday. This was posted 7 hours ago on the TWU website. And it says on, well, let me just make sure. Okay. On Saturday night, about 8:27 p.m., our brother, Johnny Rodriguez, a 13-year veteran operator out of the MTA bus Yonkers Depot, was punched, choked, and violently body slammed while simply doing his job. Guys, this is just terrible. While attempting to handle the situation, he was vicious. I'm sorry, I skipped. After a collision at Riverdale Avenue and Ellsworth Street on the Bronx-Yonkers border, operator Rodriguez, I can't talk, exited his bus to assess damage, something every professional operator is trained to do. While attempting to handle the situation, he was viciously attacked from behind by the driver of a pickup truck. The assault left him with 2 brain bleeds, a concussion and neck, a concussion and neck, shoulder, and back injuries. His assailant then fled the scene, leaving our brother beaten on the ground. Guys, this shit is ridiculous. Why did he assault him? You know, it's like it's open season. They see that uniform and they just go crazy. I don't understand these people. It's retarded. So, all right. We will not accept violence as part of the job, said President John V. Chiarello. We will not stay silent, and we will not stop until justice is served. Johnny, 59 years old, is not just a dedicated operator. He is a husband and a father to a 10-year-old child. He remains hospitalized, and our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family during this difficult time. Guys, can you just hit the hearts or put the prayer signs up for Mr. Johnny? What is his last name? Rodriguez, Mr. Rodriguez. Just to show support for our brother at the MTA bus. Section Chair Marcus Sola was at the hospital that night by Johnny's side. Division Chair Mike Capucci, I think that's how you say his name. MTA bus, private bus line, school bus vice president Danny D'Amato, and TW Local 100 president John Cirillo have been in constant contact with Johnny and his family. That's good to hear. That's what a union's supposed to do, right? It's supposed to go visit him in the hospital, make sure him and his family are okay. That's what a union's supposed to do. We have already shown Johnny that he will not face this alone, and TW Local 100 will continue to stand firmly by his side. No one comes to work expecting to be assaulted, and no family should have to endure this kind of trauma because someone chose violence, said D'Amato said. Why would they do that? That wasn't me, y'all. It's in the article. Let us be clear. This was not just an assault on one operator. This was an attack on all transit workers. We are demanding the immediate apprehension of the perpetrator, prosecution to the fullest extent of the law, and continue efforts to ensure operator safety is treated as a top priority. Okay, that's a lot of talk, right? Because the last person only got 2 years. Better than nothing, but that's not enough. I keep saying we got to make examples out of people. We are actively working with the Yonkers Police Department to assist in identifying and apprehending the individual responsible. If anyone has information regarding this incident, please contact Yonkers Police immediately. Here's the number, 914-377-7900. Stay strong, Johnny. Your union stands with you. Again, the number, 914-377-7900. If you have any information and you've been in Yonkers around that area of what they said, Riverdale and Ellsworth, over there, the Bronx-Yonkers borderline, and you either witnessed or you know something about it or know the driver or anything, got any information, call the Yonkers Police Department at 914-377-7900. And again, put those emojis, prayer emojis up for Mr. Rodriguez. Let's wish him the best, hopefully for a speedy recovery so he can get back to work to finish, to feed his family and take care of him. But these assaults, they got to stop. I'm happy to see that the union showed up and by his bedside and everything. That's a good look. That's what the union is supposed to do. But these assaults are just ridiculous. We need something. We need more of a deterrent. What they getting 5 years for the assault? And while taxi drivers get 25. Why is it that a taxi driver's uh, life is more important than a bus driver? It doesn't make any sense. They got to raise these penalties and they got to stick to them. They got to stop giving these people slaps on the wrist and letting them go. No, man, you got to prosecute these guys and make them do their time. That's the only way these people gonna learn, man. They gotta learn. Stop assaulting us. But that's your guys' fight. You got a contract coming up. They gotta figure something out. Oh shit, I left it on one. Sorry, y'all. Let me. I didn't put the phone. Let me put the other one up so you guys can read it. Let's see it. That's where I was at. I forgot to change it. So there you go. Take a screenshot. I'm going to post a link to the article. Anyway. No matter of fact, it's on the TWU site. So you can go there. It's there. TWU page on Facebook. It's there. It's not even too far down yet. So hopefully when you see this, you might have to scroll down a little bit, but hopefully not too far. But yeah, assaults are still going up. People are still getting messed up. And transit is not really reporting it. This one made the news. I'm not sure why, but I guess because of the savagery of it. But there's a lot of this assaults don't make the news, and it's every day. I'm not even bullshitting. Every day is an assault, and a lot of that stuff doesn't get reported. So we need to do better. And this situation has nothing to do with the plexiglass. This is accident. And he's just doing the job, assessing the damage. He had to step off the bus to do that. So nobody's at fault except for the guy who assaulted him. You know, you're doing your job. You're not even thinking. I tell you people, you got to watch. You got to put your head on a swivel. You are a target. You are a target. As peaceful as things can be, people are looking at you to harm you. You have to have that mindset when you're going to work. And just be prepared. You don't have to carry a pew-pew, but just be prepared for anything. Anything. You know, you're getting off that bus, you got to check your surroundings. People start walking around, you know, keep your eyes on them. You don't have to be paranoid, but just let them know you see them. You know, you don't want nobody sneaking up behind you and knocking you out cold and doing some damage. So, be safe out there. Mind your surroundings. Be prepared in case something jump off. You know, rather be prepared than not, right? And let's get this into negotiations. Talk to your depot chair. Talk to your, whoever, your union rep. Let them know safety is a priority. Not just your pay. Your safety is your priority. And your medical. Not forget the medical. You got contracts coming up. May 1st. May 1st, rally to Broadway. 10 people tell me they're going. 10 people put in the comments. They're going. I'll go and I will meet with y'all out there. I'll put my TW shirt on and we'll go rally. All right? I'm with it. You just got to let me know. If 10 people post, I'm going. I'll get up and make sure I'll meet y'all out there. So, rally, safety, that's it. So I got to go cook, y'all. Appreciate you guys watching, as you always do. You know, if you missed it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's on YouTube. You can go back and you can watch it. Make sure you comment. Make sure you hit the like button or the thumbs down. Doesn't matter. Either one. Hit something. And subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. I need to get to at least the minimum of 1,000 people. And I know we could do that, but that's on y'all. So appreciate you watching. Thanks for chiming in, everybody who in the comments who chimed in. Appreciate it. And I'm gonna try to get that. I'm still gonna try to get that debate. You know, we're just waiting on Jelani. You guys, hit Jelani up. Let him know, you want to see the debate happen. Put the pressure on him, because Lucian is with it. So hopefully those two could work out a good time for that, and we'll make it happen. If it happens, it's gonna be a pop-up. I will let you know in advance, like an hour or two or whatever, but it's gonna be a short pop-up, because unless the 10th is coming, if I could get in touch with them before that, I mean, Lucian is ready. If I get in touch with Jelani before that, and he could give me a solid day and time, I'll put it up as early as I can. But it could be like a last minute thing. So just be on the lookout. All right, guys? I appreciate you guys watching. You could have been anywhere in the world. Chose to be here. And that's how it is. So fuck them if they can't take a joke. Peace, y'all. Hey.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.